Hi guys, what's up? It is day 3 of our 7-day DoorDash challenge here in one of the most affluent areas in the state of California. Got my health food with me, not sponsored. And we're going to start this Wednesday lunch. I have a lot more optimism for today. Yesterday brought me to hell and back with technical issues, frustrations, everything else. Today, I'm in the mindset I think we are going to do amazing. So I'm heading out a little bit early even. It's only 10:40. I'll be in position well before 11 a.m. rush starts. And my goal today is to hit $50 for lunch today, at least. And I'm hoping to get $60 to $80 for dinner. If we can hit over $100 today, I feel like we're back in action. Let's just beat Monday. We'll forget Tuesday ever happened, and let's get it. All right, guys, check it out. We're in position, ready to go. Something that I thought occurred to me, and I've already noticed this. When you go to places, you notice other DoorDashers, right? Got the phone in the hand, you know. And then there's food hubs that aren't even like real restaurants, but I didn't even know this was a thing. But there's places that are buildings with kitchens with no storefronts. So like Chipotle, Starbucks, Wingstop, like every restaurant you can think of, they actually have like hidden kitchens in these cities. Costa Mesa, Santa Ana have them. I'm sure there's more. But what's interesting is I noticed who is DoorDashing. And it's like no normal people. And this is no offense, but like it's really weird. I would say over half, in my experience here in Orange County, over half of the DoorDashers are foreign. And not just like Hispanics, because they're very common around here. They work a lot of jobs, even the illegals or laborers or whatever. They're very prevalent here in Orange County forever. But I'm talking about, I don't even know what language it is. It's like Eastern European, they all speak. Clearly not anywhere from near here. And often I even see them work in teams where one guy's driving and the other guy's sitting shotgun, and they'll run 2 phones with like 3 food apps so they can cherry pick stuff. I mean, more power to them. It's crazy. But just first observation, majority are not U.S. born people that are doing DoorDash, in my experience. Then I run into, I'd say about a quarter of these people look like they would never leave their mom's basement. Like it's full on the World of Warcraft dudes, the anti-social, whatever. Because I try to be friendly to people, right? And like I said, half these people, they're like the foreigners. They look like, I don't even know what it is. It's something Eastern Bloc or whatever. And they're just angry that you're there, that you exist. They don't want to talk. And then I talk to the basement dwelling guys, and they're just like, you know, I tend the rabbits, like that kind of stuff. So it's very interesting, eclectic group. I'm not sure I belong in it, but I'm forcing my way in. Anyways, just anecdotal thoughts while I'm sitting here waiting for the first call. All right, so the heat map just updated, and it looks like Lido is going ham right now. Something I haven't seen before. It's always a hot spot for lunch, but like it's massive right now down there near the peninsula and Balboa. So I'm going to relocate down there because bigger tips and less BS with getting sent toward the Santa Ana direction during lunch. I usually like Costa Mesa because of volume, but you know, follow the money. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're here in position down perfectly between Lido, Balboa area, so I can not be stuck on the peninsula. I can shoot down PCH if need be. I can head back to Costa Mesa if need be. This is a good spot. And that's what you call expert positioning. I parked right there. Chipotle's right here. There's our first order. Pays fat for the distance. Let's get it. All right, that one was interesting to say the least because she was super cool and very responsive. I have a problem. I can't call people on my app. You're supposed to be able to call the customer. I've tried it multiple times. It always just goes to the same number. It says contact support. Well, support hasn't been able to help me fix that. So I have to rely on messaging and hope they answer. But this lady was super cool. Messaged me. She goes, yeah, it's the first apartment, townhouse. It's the first one on your left. It's got a wreath on the door. So I pull up, townhouse on the left, first one. There's a wreath on the door, and I go to set the bag down. I was like, wait a second. It says apartment A. The order said apartment B. So I went to the second building. It's apartment B. There's also a wreath on the door. So I'm like, you said it was the first one. She goes, oh, I meant the second one. All good. Super nice lady. But got to pay attention to the details, man. Somebody almost came up her Chipotle burrito. All right, so here's a weird thing. I'm sitting here in position waiting for the next order. The dash I'm doing, you basically got to block out when you're doing dashes. And here's what's crazy. If you look, I'm trying to add time. It's almost 11:30. And I'm trying to add time, and it's saying not available. Which, clearly it's busy right now. It's going to be way busier. You'd think they'd just let me do that. But they're going to end the dash and make me start a new one. It's just odd. Sometimes the app does weird things, and I guess it's probably just because I'm like low ranking. It's been a little over 10 minutes. So one thing, I've been watching a lot of YouTubers that make content on DoorDashing. So shout out to you guys. Learned a lot just by watching them. And so basically if you go over 10 minutes and it's a busy zone and you're not getting anything, reposition. So sometimes just movement alone, I guess, triggers the algorithm to feed you something, because it either A, sees you're active, or B, it thinks you're gonna fucking leave and feed you something to keep you engaged. I guess that's the line of thinking. All right, guys, it took a long ass time. I was like over 20 minutes, but we finally got one. Took 2 repositions. It's a double decker, so it's 2 for 1 on the miles to the pay. We're gonna take it, and we're gonna make 2 quick stops. I have to say, I'm probably gonna get Thai food later. Shit smells amazing. Pretty chill order, but degree of difficulty in Newport Beach, down by the water, underground parking and a bunch of complicated stuff. So not a big deal, but a little wrinkle. Had to do a little jogging on my way out. I completed that. That was pretty smooth. First one was quick and easy. This one's a little further, but again, ended up being $2 a mile. I'm all good with that. Back to the zone. It offered me, it ended the dash, but it offered me new zones. So I could take Newport, where it's busy, or go back to Costa Mesa, where it's very busy. It's Wednesday. I'm actually, for lunchtime, I'm gonna trust Costa Mesa better. More restaurants, quicker trips than trying to swing for the fences, I think, here in Newport Coast. That's what I'm talking about, guys. This is the kind of neighborhood you want to be doing gig work in. I'm starting to get a little concerned. It's been over 20 minutes without an offer. We're in a very busy area. It's supposed to be 1 to 5 minutes between waits, and it's been over 20. Well, we got a double order, and to be honest, it's not very great, but it's close to $2 a mile, but it's going to shoot me all the way back down to that huge dead loop where I'm driving 7 miles back again. It was actually, I got a little confused. It was actually 2 different coffee orders for the same house. So that's all that was. So it wasn't too bad. A little bit out of the way, about $1.50 a mile. The only thing that sucks is I'm doing the deadhead back now. Like I said, we're going to try this. It's 1:30. We're going to try this for another half an hour and see what happens. So what's interesting is I'll go into Prop 22 and how that works. Basically, it guarantees you an active wage while you're driving. So not the whole time you're out, but while you're on delivery, plus like 35 cents a mile. But what's interesting, just so I can give you a comparison, because you have your operational costs. Luckily, I'm in a Tesla, so it's about half of what a gas car would be. But like, I'll give you, for instance, I've driven 35 miles today on my car, and my active miles, which I track everything so I can break down the analytics to you, is about 17. So about half of my miles I'm not going to get reimbursed for, even under Prop 22. So these runs that I kind of bitch about out to the coast or whatever, they could be awesome when the tips are awesome, but you really got to take advantage of working peak times, which is what I'm doing this week. You see guys come out here for 12 hours or whatever and banging out. You can make crazy money, but you're just living in your car. I'm so confused about tipping culture, and I'm a pretty good tipper, and I understand service has gone downhill a lot these days for a lot of things. People just don't want to work, or, the food quality's where I get it. Okay. I'm not sitting here saying there's not reasons why, but I finally got an order for $3, and I took it only because it's on the way home. So, fuck it. It's on the way there, but that means he didn't tip. I know for sure, because it's 3 miles or whatever, $3 for whatever. Because you get a base of like $2.50. Haha, I called it. There you go. No tip. Gonna get what's coming to you, buddy, one of these days. Karma's a mofo, but I don't mind. I'm not mad. So 2 things. One thing, can never be mad, because you can either take the offer or you can decline it. I'm taking the offer for 2 reasons. One, I want to get my acceptance up so I can get a higher level so that we can test higher levels of this later. but 2, it was already on the way home. So I didn't really give a shit. At the car wash. At the car wash, yeah. Gotta be presentable. What up, homies? Dinner shift. Incoming. Woo! Not sponsored. This is kind of bullshit I'm talking about, though. So it's like, hey, Newport Beach is busy. Go, you want to dash there? I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Till 5:30, whatever. Fuck it. Like, it'll go later as we get later, right? I was gonna say there's a problem. There's always a fucking problem. Like over half the time, something went wrong. Always. We just arrived at our zone, and you always know that DoorDash is on top of their game when you arrive to your zone and it shows you like the Baltic states. Yeah, that's my fucking zone, right? Newport Beach, California, aka Serbia. Alright, so we're staged. We're here out in Corona del Mar. Super busy, and it was funny because they actually sent me a prompt in the app that said, hey, it's super busy right now. Make sure you're dashing. Well, I'm logged in. Like, and look here. 3 to 11 minute wait, right? Look at how orange this hotspot is. I've already been here for 12 minutes, nothing. All right, we got our first little banger, little La Fogata, or I don't even know. I don't know how to do Italian, you guys. I don't know. Newport. They acting like this shit's locked down with fucking Threatcon fucking Charlie at an Air Force base or something. Need to see my ID and all this shit. It's a fucking joke.
Can I see your ID, sir?
My ID?
Yes, sir.
The president live here?
It's required of everybody entering.
All good, brother.
Yeah. Alright, you have a nice night, sir.
There's Rich, right? And then there's... We decided to put the casita in the fucking front of the house. When you got an ADU in the front of your house, bro... Their ADU got a fucking quarter address. All right, we dropped that one off. Not a big deal. That house would make Macaulay Culkin blush. The first part of the delivery went flawless. Beautiful home. The second one, I'm going to put just the description here. Well, I'll double check it to make sure I'm not giving away anything identifiable, but I'll try to give you an idea of how big the description here is. These are wild, man. Like... Hey, here's the 14-point access plan to get into my apartment for your $2 tip. It's crazy. Lucky me. I get to park at the red curbs and walk a quarter mile into the complex. Side note, while I have this 10-minute walk through the complex. In Vegas, where I spend half my time, everything smells like weed. In Orange County, every apartment complex smells like dog shit. I'm going home. Just going home. We're done. This is no. Yeah, I might have just quit. I don't know. I know I want to do this challenge for you guys, but holy crap, that was an hour and 45 minutes. I knew it. I knew it. I knew when I saw the fucking delivery. Navigation failed me. The guy's like, dude, what's the problem? Just follow where I drew the line on the map. I don't fucking see the building numbers, bro. Oh my God. So the navigation fucked me. DoorDash marked me at late. This guy is losing his shit because he's like, you're basically fucking retarded. I get hundreds of DoorDashes with no problems. You're the only one that can't find it. Because imagine you're trying your hardest. I'm not even making any money on it. It's a $10 order for 2 hours now at this point. It became a conquest mission. This guy's miserable. I know I'm going to get marked 1 star, late, all the shit that's bad, when it had nothing to do with my fault. I was early, as always. I deal with adversity well, but I don't deal with unfair, unjust criticism toward me when I have no ability to do anything about it. All right, I'm home now. So, whew, dude, you got to have like a different level of patience and calm where you can know you're not going to make money. You can know you're going to be insulted and you're completely wasting your time and didn't be cool about it to do this job. I don't have those character traits, so I'm having to learn on the fly. You have to basically be the biggest pussy in the world and not care if everybody abuses you, from the employer to the customer. That's why I've worked retail jobs. Like I worked Blockbuster Video before. I worked Best Buy. I don't remember people being this annoying. We did almost 2 hours and only got 2 orders. So it is what it is. It was Wednesday night, trash. We're going to try again tomorrow for Thursday. We're going to try to bang it and bring it big. And I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday are going to do well. I really do. Hopefully this guy didn't 1-star me to where there's an inquest on my account or something. Anyways, check you on the tomorrow. Thanks for watching.